Greetings, everyone. This is Rock and Roll Spot coming at you with another event recap. This time, we're looking at month 4 of Dark Crisis. Now, a quick preface before we get into the meat of the video. Yes, I realized there was no weekly comic book roundup this weekend. Things have been a little. It was a financial thing, and the roundup for this past week's comics will go up. Hopefully, the plan is to do them on Saturday and round up for this week's comics next Monday. Another announcement: we will, with it being October and quote unquote spooky month. I mean, I personally think it's spooky season all year round, but hey, I know some people just want to focus on their spooky stuff for a single month. So I can respect that, But I'm planning to do 3, hopefully 4, deck overviews, each with at least most of which are definitively, related to to spooky season, with one very tangential. It's kind of a stretch to call it to say it's related, but I got an explanation. Which, yeah, if we do that one, if we get to it, we'll yeah. Anyway, anywho, on to the video. So, why are we doing Dark Crisis event recap before the roundup for this past week? Well, that's because there weren't any Dark Crisis tie-ins that were released last week, so it means I've got all the ones that came out. Now, yes, I do know that I haven't been covering the World Without a Justice League one-shots in the event recaps. I'm actually kind of thinking maybe closer to the end of Dark Crisis, I might just do a video on all of them. But, yeah. So, to get things off, we've got Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths, number 4. Yeah, the event changed its title, halfway through. So, things have not been looking good, and Black Adam had decided that he's done coddling the Justice League. They won't do what's necessary to protect the Earth, and joined up with the Legion of Doom. Hal Jordan led a squad of Green Lanterns into the Black Lantern on Riot, and they discovered that the members of the Justice League weren't actually dead, just kind of being harvested for their stories, so to speak. But Hal ended up on Planet John Stewart, and but then the Flash, Barry Allen, shows up and saves him, having visited the other Earths. It's explained that once he was free from Pariah's illusion, he raced from world to world and studied them. Justice League and World Zero have always been at the nexus of the multiverse. Pariah trapped them in prisons of their own minds, ones they would never want to escape, so that he could harness the energy, basically using the Justice League to power something explosive. Meanwhile, the JSA has also opted to lend a hand, or to help out with the Justice League, basically just doing what they can. Except for, though Nightwing is still, he's still dealing with the fact of what happened to Beast Boy. But Alan Scott, the Golden Age Green Lantern, visits him and gives Dick a pep talk, and actually it helps. With Legion of Doom, most of the Legion aren't exactly falling for themselves to welcome Black Adam back. When and there's also disagreement about what they should do with Lex having a plan, while Grodd says, "No, just let Slade kill all the heroes. Join with him, in fact, help him do it." When Slade and his secret society attack the Legion of Doom, they all seem to be wearing chains, basically made of dark energy. Basically, to kind of show that the great darkness, and or Pariah has them. We see a little bit of Kyle Rayner and Sidra Mullinan dealing with what appear to be shadow demons in one of the Earths that Pariah has constructed. And Flash takes Green Lantern to Batman's Earth. Meanwhile, Green Lantern takes Superman, Nightwing, and Yara Flor, Wonder Girl, down to the basement of the JSA Brownstone, where there's something of a memorial to Zatanna. They talk to Detective Chimp, as well as John Constantine and the Swamp Things. And one of them states that he's not entirely sure they're facing the Great Darkness, or something that's corrupted it. The battle between the Society and the Legion continues. It's kind of seeming like the Legion has a bit of the upper hand. So it comes down to with Lex actually seeming to be able to take down. Trying to take down Slade. But Prometheus sneaks up on Lex, and then the rest of the members of the Society spread the darkness from the Society members to the Legion, while Mr. Terrific is viewing a diagram of the multiverse, and it shows a dark energy a dark mass growing within the multiverse, while Pariah also watches his own diagram of things. And we witness the birth of a new multiverse. And that is where the issue ends. I'm kind of glad we got a light month for Dark Crisis. And I wish they had just kept it at Dark Crisis and Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths. I've already said I'm fairly certain on a few occasions that I feel like DC is really just leaning on Crisis. It has been for a while. This retitling Dark Crisis to Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths, I do feel it just says, yeah, we're just going to go back to that same damn well anytime we need the sales boost. But DC OIE number 4, otherwise not bad. It was kind of seeing Slade go after the Legion, and it felt kind of reminiscent of Infinite Crisis, with the fact that Alexander Luthor masquerading as Lex Luthor managed to put together, basically bring together almost every major supervillain under his banner, and there were not even 10 that were left out. And the ones who weren't involved in Alexander Luthor's society, they proved to be quite the thorn in the side of that society. So it's kind of nice seeing a little bit of, the villains at each other's throats for a moment until they all became one with, all joined the darkness, so to speak. But anyway, moving on to our next book and our other Dark Crisis tie-in for the month, we've got Dark Crisis: Young Justice, number 4. Where we had left off here is Tim Drake, Connor Kent, and Bart Allen were in another world, seemed to, and possibly even time, the 90s, and were faced with, they had all basically been offered exactly what they wanted. But they were beginning to realize that, at least in the case, especially in the case of Tim and Bart, that this was not what they want, how they wanted things to. This something was up, and that their teammate Wonder Girl may be involved, though they were all attacked by the combined might of the mid-90s era Teen Titans and Justice League. But Connor continues to suggest that the three of them just make a new start on that Earth. Meanwhile, on Earth Zero, Red Tornado, Wonder Girl, Cassie Sandsmark, and heroine formerly known as Arrowette, are looking for a means of interstellar travel, which has brought them to the Titan's Tower. Cassie and Sissy have a bit of an argument in the Hall of Heroes, so to speak. And they do manage to get a vehicle capable of space travel because of the fact that Hippolyta owes Cassie a favor. And so they borrowed the invisible jet. But they had to deal with space mice. But Tim goes off on Connor about how he was affected by Connor's death. Impulse reminds everyone that Connor wasn't the only one that died. Arrowette deals with the space mites when an alarm goes off, and the mastermind behind the entire this pocket dimension is revealed to be none other than the son of Mr. Mxyzptlk. Who is apparently Young Justice's biggest fan and insists that they stay on that Earth, or they'll ruin his childhood. Which makes for a nice little commentary on, fans that get, quote unquote fans that get pissy about things like, changes to a new a character having a sudden major life change, such as Tim Drake realizing that he's bisexual. And yes, there are quote unquote fans who have said, "Oh, it's ruining my childhood, destroying the character, blah 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 blah, rabble rabble rabble." And yeah, it's nice to see people like that being pushed back against in the medium that they're griping about. But anyway, looking forward. I think Dark Crisis Young Justice #5 is the end of that. Is going to be the end of that miniseries. But so I'm looking forward to seeing how it wraps up. I'm hoping that Cassie and the guys are reunited, and who knows, maybe Sissy will go back to being Arrowette. But anyway, that is going to do it for now. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Links to my Facebook, Twitter, Patreon, and PayPal can be found in the description box down below. This is Rock and Roll Spock signing off saying, live long and rock hard.